Alright guys, welcome back to the 19 Alligators YouTube channel. Welcome back Gator Nation. I really appreciate you all being here for my second ever YouTube video here on the 19 Alligators YouTube channel. So today we have something pretty huge planned, and I have invested in incredible technology called a gamer headset, which allows me to not sound as if I'm currently in a wind tunnel half the time when I talk to you. So you should be grateful for that, because now you should be able to comfortably watch 19 Alligators YouTube channel videos on the regular. I don't know if you just want to watch like the same two over and over again, but whatever you gotta do. Today we have for you Geoguessr World Championship players as dog breeds. So, I will be taking you through a list I have prepared of every single World Championship player and what they would be as a dog breed and why. And after that, I hope we get to this point, but I'm not sure that we will. I hope to have a special guest on the channel so that we can go through and do a bracket of all of the World League or the World Cup players as dog breeds in a bracket. Because everyone's and their mom is doing brackets of just the players. So I'm like, I don't have anything new to add to that. So I'll just like invent my own thing so that I can add something, like innovative to the experience of preparing for the World Championships. All right, let's get into it. So here's how this is going to work. This is basically just my list of World Cup Geoguessr players if they were dog breeds from the lowest seed to the highest seed. There's not too much else. So if you're confused about this, leave a comment and I may or may not respond. Alligators are bad at typing. So if you have 19 of them, you just guys gotta stand on a letter. It's a lot. So basically, I will be talking about these players as if they are dogs. I hope that makes sense, but if it doesn't, again, 3 to 5 business days in the comments. Let's get started. So last, but first, we have the Danish wildcard seed. It is currently August 2nd when I'm filming this. And someone told me that the wildcard would be happening August 9th, but I don't want to wait for that because, gah. So the Danish wildcard seed for me is getting Chihuahua. And I really don't want to be harsh towards whoever this person will be, but it's kind of funny within the Geoguessr community, It's like, it's gonna be the guy at the World Cup where he just gets shitted and farted on, and then they're like, man, who let this guy in, bro? But I'm sure that they're very talented and nice. It's just it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. But I wish the best for them. Um, the thing with Chihuahuas is they're really great and happy to be there unless they have to be around someone, or they have to be around anything, or they have to move. So that would be interesting to see how that plays out. That would be really awesome and funny if the Danish wildcard seed ended up being a real diva. So, but yeah, this person will probably be very normal. It's just funny to be like, haha, chihuahua, yap yap nibble nibble. They probably have teeth. I'm sorry I said that. They probably have teeth, but if they don't, that's okay too. I know plenty of people without teeth, and I like them very much. Next, we have Jamabi as a corgi. Now, this is a bit of a similar vibe, but with less attitude added into it. So, I mean, Jamabi, like, he's a fan favorite. Everyone loves this guy. And by that, I mean, I watched the Diono stream of the open majors, and Diono really liked him, and I guess they're friends. So that means that everyone likes him. Um, he's just like happy to be there. He's a man of the people or a man of Diono, whichever. Um, a lot of bark, but I respect it. I respect it. He could be. What if he's vicious? What if, like, by the time the world championships roll around, like, he gets really ankle bitey, you know? Like, he'll, like, rip your fucking tendons out or something? That could be bad, you know? Like, I don't really think that that will happen, but, just in case. Um, I especially like this AI generated photo of the corgi with a little bow, and I think that that's very peaceful. Okay. Next, we have Clement. Now, I have given Clement the Italian Greyhound. Um, this is because I think he's a little odd and maybe not so fierce, but he has a certain skill, you know? And I don't really know too much about Italian Greyhounds, so like maybe if they get angry enough, they like turn into like a tornado vortex and like attack, and like there's nothing you can do about it. Like I just don't know what he's capable of, and I'd like to find out, you know? I think that's really what it comes down to. And he's another one that's just kind of happy to be there. Um, like obviously he's grinding, but just like excited to experience it. I'm just making things up also, so keep that in mind. Next we have Captain. Now I have given Captain the Borzoi, and this is because Borzois are very aerodynamic. And if you're asking, 19 alligators, how does that translate to Geoguessr? Don't ask me that. That's no one's business. I do think he is probably an underdog, which is kind of funny because the video is about dogs. So, you know, me being topical and such. Um, he also has quite luscious hair, like a borzoi. And so if he's tall, then he could like be exactly like one. Um, I think that that might be good. Yeah, that's all I really have for Captain. I think he's another one that's just very happy to be there and enjoy the experience. I don't think Borzoi's yap that much, but he seems kind of shy, so I feel like that fits as well. Next we have Strafan as a Rottweiler. See, this guy has such like a silent and menacing presence. Um, it's like you kind of sometimes like forget that he's there, but then you're like, oh shit, like this guy is crazy good. Um, so I give him the role of potential dark horse. Like he just like hangs in there, seems like he has a very level head, so knows when to harness the aggression. And I am scared of him a little bit. And I think it's just because of the menacing presence. And I don't really think that there's like a real reason. Like he seems like a nice guy. I don't. But he does seem like a Rottweiler. Rottweilers are cute. They pretty much stand on business, which I think he does. Um. So yeah. So next week I gave Lenley the poodle because he's kind of just there to look pretty, but he's also pretty like a solid player. So like if he goes there, I have no idea how he'll do, but at least he'll look pretty doing it. Um, he probably has better manners than a poodle. Like I've heard that poodles can be pretty annoying, so maybe that part doesn't fit. 'Cause he seems like a nice guy. But poodles are also similar to chihuahuas in that I feel like they're fine unless you like move or like introduce them to a person or like tell them something. or like try to give them a haircut. Um, and so I feel like it's kind of a question of like how far can you push until you get ripped into shreds by a poodle, you know? And I think that if Lenley were to, lock in and be pushed to that limit, the disarming exterior would work in his favor. Number 10, we have Finbar as a bloodhound. So, I mean, this we already know that Finbar is one of my all-time favorites, right? Um, this guy is dedicated to the craft. He is on a mission. And you know what these bloodhounds do? These are the fuckers that the police bring out when they gotta find like drugs or like a dead body or something, and they just like sniff right to it. And I think that that really applies to Finbar. Um, this guy is a grinder at heart, and because I want it to be punny, I put in there will sniff out a location. Take a minute to appreciate that one. Um, I don't know how many bloodhounds there are in Russia though, so that is something to consider. I don't know how they would enjoy the climate there. Um, but always things to keep in mind. Next we have Sheena as a bull terrier. Um, with Sheena it's pretty tough to tell because I don't really know a lot about him as a person. Um, but I do think that a bull terrier would fit him. Mostly based on vibes, but also because he's kind of like an underdog or like a dark horse in that like he knows his stuff, but he just kind of like sits back in a similar way to Strephon, I think. Um, So like you're kind of like, oh, it's okay, like maybe I have a chance I get to go against Sheena, but then it's like, oh shit, why is this guy beating me? That's how I would feel if I were going against Sheena in the World Championships. Hope you enjoyed that impression. Number 8, we have Moo as a Doberman. I think that Dobermans are really locked into the grind set, very dedicated, very disciplined. And that is what I think of when I think of Moo. He is known in the community as a grinder. He's on the grind set. He's also on Minecraft sometimes, but it's also an attack dog. And I'm thinking if you're training and you're an attack dog, you're probably going to be training to attack and be pretty good at attacking. So I think this guy might, mess some doggies up. Next, we have Lero as the Australian cattle dog. He is Australian, as is this cattle dog. He has, I'm just making things up. He has lots of energy that is good for practicing. And he's this part I'm not making up. He's kind of built sturdy. Like you can tell that a strong breeze would not knock this guy over. Um, he's like probably again not a front runner for this competition, but he's kind of just excited to be there. Like, look at these little doggies. Like they're so cute. And they look like they would be so happy to be wherever and just hang out. Um, but also they have a lot of energy and they're built. So maybe they could like defend themselves in a fight. All right, at number 6, we have Consus as a German Shepherd. Now, I usually think of German Shepherds as like the OG like attack dogs. So he's like the old blood of the esport. We already know that he's proven his talent, etc., etc. So he's just like old reliable. He sometimes has trouble keeping up with the younger dogs on occasion, but like he's still like that this guy's like one of the best and has been for a while. Um he is I mean, he's reliable, he's dedicated, he's consistent, and he has the skill set to get things done. Um, I think that's pretty much all I can say about Kansas, but I would say he has a solid shot of doing very well in this tournament if he were a German Shepherd. Next, we have Eamon as a dachshund. A fun fact about 19 alligators is that I did not know that dachshund and dachshund were the same breed. I thought that they were two different breeds, but I just didn't know how to spell them because it confused me. And I found out when I was in college that they're actually the same. Um, anyway, I have a bachelor's degree. I graduated, even though I thought that. Um, this guy seems like he's probably a bit of the ankle biter of Geoguessr. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. He's very talented. Um, it's just like kind of incredible how this has come to be for him. Um, like he just seems like he's happy to be there. You know, happy to like just be playing with other dogs at the dog park. Um, I did write something in here about how it's like Boss Baby, but then I was like, I never even saw that movie. So like, what if Boss Baby is like really good at his job and like amazing and like he ends up just being like the CEO of the world at the end of the movie? Wouldn't that? I was gonna ask myself, wouldn't that just be the president? Goddamn Americans. I have got to get out. Um, anyway, I didn't see the movie. So he could be like Boss Baby, and maybe he will be like Boss Baby and be the CEO of Geoguessr. Um, but I think it's a little bit funny. Yeah. Yeah, I hope the best for him. I really think that he is, if nothing else, going to have a good time there, and it's really cool that he got to go. Um, moving on. At number 4, we have MK. I have given MK the Shih Tzu. Um, I just feel like he's lost the love of the esport and now it's like a chore to him. And I'm basing that on like pretty much nothing. So take that with like a lot of grains of salt. But I just feel like at this moment in time, he may not be beefy enough to match up with the big dogs. Um, he's got a lot of bark, always yapping, but it's never what you expect him to say. It's always something odd, which is okay. Um, but it is something odd usually. And I've noticed that about him. Like Shih Tzus, don't get me wrong, they can bite the shit out of your ankles. Like your ankles could be shredded if you like move wrong or like try to meet them or like say hi to them or try to make them move. Like your ankles are fucking cooked. But if he does win, this will be what he looks like in my head. And I want you all to know that. At number 3, we have Debray. Now, I have given Debray the Pitbull. Um, and I feel like this guy is kind of crazy, but in like a freaktastical way, you know? I have designated him equal parts bark and bites because you know when a pit bull is barking at you, like they're fucking they can back it up with eating you, right? Oh, you're in that video. Oh, that's okay. I anyway. I wiped his ear off with one of the bathroom wipes. He doesn't really like it, but he stayed. Holy shit, stay as fuck. Oh, oh. I saw you how you said about growing it. Okay, we're so back. So here's where we are. So a pit bull, I think they get a bad rap, because of like racism and all that. But I think that they're very straightforward. They bark the same amount as they will bite you. They are fierce, but they're also sweet and cuddly, and they're loyal. And I think that Debre is an expert in like the US, and like I know he's learning like Brazilian municipalities or something, which is kind of nuts. In the same way that pit bulls are experts at like things like scaling fences and eating through things that are usually considered inedible. Um and so I feel like the pit bull is a really good fit for him. I feel like equal parts bark and bite. Um Lots of talk, but we'll also back it up with action. Has a sweet and endearing side, and I think that that is about pit bulls. Yeah, I think that that's going to be it for Debre. Moving into our top two, we have Blinky as a Belgian Malinois. This guy is scary as fuck. I have been saying that. I think that I would just love to live a day in this guy's mind. Like, he confounds me in such a way where I, like, cannot imagine what it would be like. And I think that a Belgian Malinois is fitting because I think of Belgian Malinois as being very task oriented, um, with little kind of awareness for the surrounding implications. So this guy's trying to go for his second World Cup title. Um, that's a pretty huge accomplishment, but he's been grinding, he's been working towards it. Um, and once he gets there, I feel like he'll just be like, yeah, that was supposed to happen. Um, I do think of him as the favorite to win it all, as I would probably consider Belgian Malinois to be one of the favorites to win in a fight. Now, last but not least, at number one, we have Radu C as a golden retriever. So, the thing with Radu C, and I think I said this in my previous video, is that I kind of think of him as the protagonist of the World Championships. He's always like a little bit better than you think he's capable of being. That you're like, holy shit, like what is going on? Um, like I feel like he's usually pretty friendly and like non-competitive, but he has a secret dark side for being fierce and fighting. I kind of think of him like Airbud, which is why I included that movie poster, because it's like broken ball out, pretty much. He's got the dedication, he shows up to practice, he does what he needs to do. And I think of him also as a top contender to win it all. I think that if he has a good playing day, he's got a solid chance at taking home the trophy, which he deserves. He's been to like all of the World Cups and he's been very good at all of them. And so it's kind of like Blinky the year before when Kansas won, where it was like he's waiting his turn, kind of. Um, yeah, so that is all of the World Cup players as dog breeds. And now I am going to cut to the bracket portion, which I will hopefully have a friend on for, but I'm not positive. But I will see you guys then. Right, so here we have my scuffed bracket. I have with me a very special guest, a friend and confidant, Xeno. Um,
Yeah, that's me. Hi, and I don't know what I'm doing.
any introductions you'd like to make?
uh, I don't know.
Okay, sounds good. So, Gator Nation, we have something pretty huge here. We have an incredibly scuffed World Championships bracket, the first of its kind. Um, and we are gonna go through every single matchup we have. We even have a third place match. Um, and we're going to have the dog breeds figure out who would win. We'll see based on the dog breeds who's gonna win this. Okay.
Unfortunately, all the small breeds are kinda not likely to win in
Yeah.
the actually 1v1.
So yes, I would agree. So we're gonna have some like definite clear winners. Um, like our first matchup, we have RC versus the Danish wildcard seed. So we know that our RC we gave Golden Retriever, and the Danish wildcard seed we did give Chihuahua. Um, so I'm gonna make a bold claim and say that the Golden Retriever would like throw the Chihuahua like over a fence, and then the Chihuahua would just like be like, you know?
Yeah, like yeah, I agree. Chihuahua only thing Chihuahua can do is like bites the ankle of Golden Retriever and then be thrown from like through the fence to the other fucking garden. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, true. So I just good, thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
we got it. We got it.
wait. How do I edit this shit? Start the tournament. Okay, we're so back. So our first matchup, RC versus the Danish wildcard seed, or in our case, the Golden Retriever versus a Chihuahua. We definitely said that the Golden Retriever would take this one. Now, do we think it would be in a 3-0 fashion?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. I'm down for that as well.
there is no way that there is no way that Chihuahua would make any damage to Golden Retriever.
That's literally
Be
true.
honest.
It's an ankle biter. And the Golden Retriever has strong ankles. Okay. We're down to number 2, right? Moo versus Sheena. So we gave Moo the Doberman and we gave Sheena the Bull Terrier. This is the tricky one because I do think that the Bull Terrier could get a few games off of a Doberman, you know?
Fucks. Holy shit. Like, this is actually a tricky one.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Who do you think takes it overall?
That's actually a good question. That's kind of depends from the, I don't know, who attacked first, maybe?
Yeah, it's about their
Uh,
personalities.
yeah, and how trained they are
Hmm.
in this case. That's actually a good question. Who would win in this matchup? Hmm.
Yeah. I want to say the Doberman would take it,
Well, I would say the same, but I also
but maybe it's
like
close.
Dober, bull terriers have strong teeth and stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't know, like maybe
I think that it
maybe
wouldn't be
biting.
easy.
Yeah, I think that is free tool for someone, but decide for who is other question.
I
Uh,
think I could see it going 3-2 to the Doberman.
true.
You think that's okay?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. In the last matchup when they both are damaged and just Doberman still have like
Like maybe the
enough.
Doberman has a little bit more energy to finish him off.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say, but I forgot how is energy.
Okay, this next one is going to be a bit tricky and perhaps controversial because I have given MK the Shih Tzu and I have given Captain the Borzoi. Do you know what both of those look like?
What I'm googling it right now.
Okay, good. That's my goat.
Oh, this dog. Okay, this long fucking. Okay,
This long fucking dog.
yeah, this long fucking dog.
So I think that Oh, this is so tricky because I think the Shih Tzu's got the personality, but the Borzoi's got like the body, you know? So it's really
Well, yeah, like the Borzoi's like legs are so fucking like, you know,
they're
not
long.
the most, they are long but not the most thick one. And
So
if
he's kind of
Shih Tzu would
stupid
just,
and clumsy, maybe.
yeah,
Not Captain, the
if Shih
Borzoi.
Tzu would, if Shih Tzu would like just bite his legs and make
You know what?
like,
I have a hot take, and I think that Shih Tzu might be able to take it on this one, but it'll be tough. It'll be like the Shih Tzu's like
well,
trying to eat the Borzoi alive, and the Borzoi thinks they're playing.
well, Shih Tzu is biting every leg of Borzoi.
A Shih Tzu's like fighting the wind,
So
so like you know that they're ready, right? Like they'll fight a guy walking across the street from inside the house, you know? So
yeah, but I think Borzoi would still take at least one game.
oh, definitely. I think so
like
too.
like at the beginning, maybe like I don't know,
Maybe
just
the Borzoi takes
punching
the
his
first two
fucking
games,
paw.
and then the Shih Tzu gets really pissed off, and it's like, Rah!
Oh yeah, that's actually a good scenario.
Okay. I think that's viable, I would say.
Like Borzoi just punching Shih Tzu 2 times to win, then Shih Tzu get pissed
Yeah, the
off and
Borzoi's like
start
playing, and then the
biting.
Shih Tzu gets like pissed off and is like, fine! And then like eats him from the legs up. Anyway,
Eat him alive.
yeah. Like he's gotta go bottom up because he's short, so he's gotta like start with the legs. Um or like get his tail or something. I don't know. So our next matchup is Eamon versus Strafon. Now we have Eamon as a Dachshund, and we have Strafon as a Rottweiler. So unfortunately, I do think there might be an easy winner here. Are you Googling dog breeds? Let me know.
Yes! Wait, I don't remember how to write the even breed.
The Dachshund?
Yeah.
Oh, that one is. Oh, I can actually just go and show you.
Actually, that's something that.
Oh no, that's. Oh, it's this one. It's these guys.
Ah. Wait, versus fucking retriever?
Versus a
Oh.
Rottweiler. So Rottweiler
Ah.
is. Where is Strafon? It's
This one.
Yeah.
Well, again, small breed versus bigger one. That's
I feel like Rottweilers do have that aggression in them, and they're also built sturdy as fuck. Like they're built like meaty, you know? So like I don't even know how a Dachshund would get like one game off of a Rottweiler.
well,
Thoughts?
I get peer. I get peer. um. Well, I think like from the size wise, Rottweiler have more chance. Also, like like his face would say like that. Looks like there is aggression in the eyes. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I agree. I just don't think the Dachshund has it in him to he doesn't have that same aggression as like the Shih Tzu, you know.
Yeah, he has he has more goofy energy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we think that the Rottweiler takes it here. Do we think that the Dachshund picks up a game, any games on the Rottweiler?
Not really.
I didn't think
I
so
wouldn't
either.
say
I just
so.
don't see how it happened. He's not as bitey as he needs to be to pick up a game. All right. Next we've got Blinky Jamabi. Now Blinky is a Belgian Malinois. Um, and we have Jamabi as a corgi. So I'll tell you what a Belgian Malinois is. It's this one. They're like police dogs.
Yeah,
And
like the German ones.
oh, they're
Sort of
German
like
Shepherds, so it's something different.
no, no. I guess we call them also the German Shepherds for no reason.
Okay. But yeah, they're similar to that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I mean, I feel like this is another one where it's small dog versus big dog, and the small dog just isn't
Yeah.
aggressive enough.
Yeah, corgi are too funny and too silly energy to take
Yeah,
any round against.
I would say so. I feel like that's pretty cut and dry. Next we have Lero Finbar, okay? So Lero is an Australian cattle dog. I'll show you what those look like. And then Finbar is a
I know what.
bloodhound.
I don't know how bloodhounds looks like. I know what looks like.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is a bloodhound.
Ah,
Yeah,
this
safe
one.
drugs for cops and stuff.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this one's tough
Huh.
actually.
Yeah.
I feel like the Australian cattle dog might not have the aggression, and I think that the addition of the extra skin to the bloodhound would make the bloodhound have a lot better chance of maintaining endurance in a fight because he just wouldn't be impacted by any of the bites.
Yeah, but also the other dog does not look like he has the energy to fight. He looks like he has energy to lie in his bed and go to sleep for the next 20 hours.
The cattle dog? Those
Yes.
guys are herders.
I
That's
don't,
like all they do is run around.
I don't know what this photo looks like. He's about to go to sleep for 10 hours at least.
Where is he? I
Like,
like these
look at.
guys. I like these guys.
I know, I'm not being cattle dog. I mean the Finbar ones. I
Oh, the
forget the name.
bloodhounds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the issue is, can the bloodhounds stay awake for all of the fight?
Yeah, issue
Hmm.
is that they might just fall asleep randomly. Like, look at this face. Look at these eyes. He's tired.
You're kind of right, I guess. Um, oh man. So you think
Like,
that
I mean, Bloodhound can take at least one round, but then got tired and throw everything.
I could see that. I could see that. Okay, so we have the Australian cattle dog taking it.
It's also kind of real in the aspect of EMEA because Finbar said he was tired during the Birikis game and got absolutely flawless in every game.
Yeah.
So kind of fits.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that that checks. That might be our first upset of the day, so to speak. Um, all right, two more. We got Debray versus Clement. Now I have given Debray the Pitbull, and I've given Clement the Italian Greyhound. Sorry, Italian Greyhound. Sorry, Italian Greyhound. They're these guys.
I think people have more aggressive dogs.
I think the Italian Greyhound would like think they're about to play, and the Pitbull would like tear him to pieces.
Yes. Also, the legs of this Italian breed looks like this is like a sticks. So if
Yeah.
people just
I
would
think
just take any of.
I think the Pitbull waits, and I think the Italian Greyhound comes up to the Pitbull and it thinks they're playing and goes and like tugs on the Pitbull, and then the Pitbull like lashes out and is like rah and like gets him. And so I think that maybe the Italian Greyhound gets one round, and then the Pitbull takes the other three immediately after.
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, last one, we've got Consus versus Lenley. Now we have Consus as a German Shepherd, and we have Lenley as a poodle.
Well, what can I say? German shepherds are in police for a reason, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. Do you think the poodle gets any?
Maybe if German shepherds didn't take it that seriously at the beginning and just think they are playing, but
That's true.
Poodle thinks they are actually fighting.
The German Shepherd might be going easy on the poodle at first because he's like, "Oh, the poodle won't hurt me. I don't want to hurt the poodle." But then the poodle takes a game, and then the German Shepherd's like, "Fuck no," and then destroys him.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. All right. We are into. Is this? No, this is not even the quarter. Is this the quarterfinals? Which comes first, quarterfinals or semifinals? I think we're
Quarter.
in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, this is where it starts to get interesting, right? Round one quarterfinals
Yeah.
matchup. We have RC Golden Retriever versus Moo Doberman.
I don't think golden retrievers are that aggressive that much like Dobermans in that case.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
know.
But my question is, if they're put in a position where they're being attacked, how hard will they defend?
I in that in that case, I think like golden retriever would take like 1 or 2 games, but at the end, Doberman would still win.
I agree. I think that the Doberman would still win. Um, 1 or 2 games though, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's like I mean, this also depends who start attacking. If the golden retriever is attacking the case, I think he would take at least one.
I do think that the
If
golden
golden
retriever is more of a
retrievers,
defender though. Like they wouldn't
y-
initiate.
yeah, like I think in that case, I think like if golden retriever will attack the Doberman, it be like it would end faster than if Doberman would attack golden retriever,
Okay,
because I
so
think
if
golden
we think the
retriever
golden
will
retriever
be like
stays
defense
back,
harder.
then we give it 2 because it lasts longer.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right. Next matchup, MK versus Strafon. So we are back to the Shih Tzu and we are back to the Rottweiler. I think that the
Well,
Shih Tzu gets decimated here. I think that the Rottweiler does
yes,
not fuck with that shit and like throws him to like
you
he's
are
getting
good.
over the
We are
fence. He's
giving
getting the over the fence
you are
treatment.
right now you are giving Shih Tzu free games.
Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I think that the Shih Tzu gets the over the fence into the garden treatment on this one.
Yes, yes, yes. This
0
is
games, are we saying?
to yeah. No way. Like Rottweiler would be just take him like through the neck and throw through the
Yeah, I'm
fucking
imagining the
fence.
Rottweiler picking him up by the scruff, shaking him back and forth, and flinging him over the neighbor's fence.
Exactly.
All right, that's
But
settled.
we will have interesting semis because the Doberman versus Rottweiler is quite a,
That's a
I would
matchup.
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Next we have Blinky versus Lero. Blinky being the Belgian Malinois and Lero being the Australian cattle dog. I do think that the Australian cattle dog puts up a fight, but I just think that the Belgian Malinois is pretty OP.
Yeah. Well, if we get in semis Belgium, this Belgian breed with German shepherds, that would be
Battle of Western Europe.
nice.
Um,
I
do
think you can give like Australian cattle dog like
I
one
agree. I
maybe.
would agree. I think that he can take one just by chance. Just the Belgian Malinois gets outmaneuvered one time, but then he steps right back up and finishes it off.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, last quarterfinal matchup: Debray versus Consis. Now this is gonna be huge. All right, so
Yeah.
we have Debray as the pit bull and Consis as the German Shepherd. This is tough.
Yeah, this is actually pretty tough because this is also depends from the character of these dogs at this point, because both of them are quite aggressive, especially
Yeah.
if you train them to be aggressive. Like, hmm,
I don't
this
know
is
if the
actually
pit
pretty
bull
tough.
just outmuscles the German Shepherd.
Hmm, like,
Like, pit bulls tend
y-
to be more built and muscular, and it's like they're
yes,
kind of built for
yes,
fighting,
yes,
whereas German Shepherds are a lot more agile and built for chasing and like attacking in a sense where they're trying to like catch someone.
yeah.
But I think in a
Also,
confined space, like a pit bull might just be
I
overwhelming.
I think like uh Germans, like the German, like I don't fucking remember the whole breed's name.
The German Shepherd.
The German. yeah, the German Shepherd is like more quicker uh, than Pitbull, especially in positioning. But
Mm.
Pitbull, in the other hand, have more power in, like, not power, but like have harder, like stronger thieves, and so he can hurt like more in this case.
Okay, so your team German Shepherd here.
No, no, I just saying the, like, from the both sides. Like this also depends from the strategy. We can say strategy of the fight in that case, because if German Shepherd would like wait for wait like to wait for like Pitbull attack first, it might end very like not like that would me that would end very like for the both sides, because it depends from the bite like the Pitbull can get. But if German Shepherd would attack first, in that case, I think German Shepherd would win, but still, like, he would get damaged.
I
If
think
the
that's a
fucking
good
sense this made
analysis.
sense.
No, it made sense. I do think that the Pitbull might be. I feel like I think of Pitbull as a very loyal, like protective kind of breed, and so I do consider the Pitbull being someone that would stand there and wait for the other dog to make the first move. Um, and so that might actually not work out in the Pitbull's favor because the German Shepherd is so agile. So I could see the German Shepherd taking it for that reason here.
Agree, especially that pitbulls are not that quick, nor are
Mm-mm.
not quick enough for the German shepherds, I would say.
Yeah.
They are more in muscles, not in the being like not elastic, but quick enough to be in the same level. But
Hmm.
I still would say that pitbull get at least one round, maybe two
I would
even.
say Pitbull takes two.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really close. Okay. We are into the semifinals. Moo versus Strephon. That is.
And this is a tough one.
This is a tough one. This is our Doberman versus our Rottweiler. And I'm going to say I think the Rottweiler barely takes it.
Hmm.
I think what the pit bull lacks, the Rottweiler makes up for in having that muscle, but also having the agility.
True. Like, at both of these races, like, I think they are pretty aggressive in the nature, like especially if you train to be pretty aggressive.
Hmm.
uh maybe Rottweiler less one. I don't know. I don't remember my I don't remember my obsession about the dogs breeds that was like fucking 10 years ago. I don't remember anything.
I tend to think
But
of the what is the Dobermans as like not passive, but like stoic. Like they kind of just sit there and like look like intimidating, you know?
hmm, yeah,
I feel like the Rottweilers are more about action.
like both of them looks very active in that
Hmm.
case of energy. But like Rottweiler have maybe more muscles, or maybe like more visible muscles than Doberman.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like
hmm.
the Doberman could easily get two though.
Yeah. This is not a question like either of them gets two. This is the question who won,
Yeah.
basically, because this is kind of like the result will be 3-2, but I don't know for who.
Do you think that the Doberman ever takes
Uh,
it for the same reason that the German Shepherd takes it over the Pit Bull for agility?
maybe, like, hmm, like might be, but the problem in Doberman with this case is that their legs are quite like not that built like the German Shepherd ones, if
Mhm.
you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
they are more smaller, not smaller in the case of this length, but smaller in the case of the muscles.
Mhm.
Uh, mm, so
I'm actually,
I
yeah, I see
mean,
your point, and I do think I like Rottweiler for taking this.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so in this case. Also, they looks like they have more stronger teeth and stuff. I
Mhm.
don't know, but I think the Doberman might have the sharper ones. But like, hmm,
Yeah.
I would say Rottweiler, but that might be in both sides. Like depends
It's a
from
really tricky one.
char- from the character and stuff
Mhm. Okay.
and the training for that.
Yeah, true. It really depends on like the individual dogs, you know.
Yeah,
So our
because
second,
also this
no, go ahead.
because also these braids looks really similar. Like they are looks like they are pretty much like like close cousins to each
Mhm.
other, at least if not
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Our last semifinal. This is going to be another really tough one. So we have Blinky versus Consis, which is Belgian Malinois versus German Shepherd.
And this is the same case as Doberman and Rottweiler. Like they are at least really close cousins, if not their
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah. Ugh, wow. This is a tough one. I could go either way on this.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's again depends from that how they are trained for the fight. I
Hmm.
would say.
I mean, they are
Um,
trained like the same kind of way. Like they're meant for the same things. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. But in this case, it kind of depends. Like the one is trained on, or both are trained to that. Because like, I think it's again 3-2 for someone, but there's question for who.
yeah. Hmm. I do think that the German Shepherd has a quite a bit thicker fur, which could make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
difference only for like
That's what I
defense.
was that's what I was starting to think, like in this case, like the fur of the German Shepherd might be his like you know
Hmm.
uh, for his side, like in the defense wise.
I really
But
think that's like the only
also,
difference. But what was
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
what were you gonna say?
but also like it's probably again depends from like who attacked first.
Hmm.
I would say, uh, German Shepherd have advancement of the hair, like fur.
Hmm.
So I would, at the end, I think I would go with German Shepherds
Okay.
because of the defense wise.
All right. I think I would too. Okay, that leads us to our third place match, which is Moo versus Blinky. Now, Moo is a Doberman and Blinky is the Belgian Malinois. Now, here I do think the Belgian Malinois takes it just because of the strength, the training, the aggression that they have versus probably the more docile Doberman.
Yeah. I mean, I think Doberman would takes at least one
Yeah, I think
game
Doberman takes one.
in in that case. But yeah, I agree with Belgium Malano in taking it in the
Okay.
1v1.
All right, we're down to our final. Oh, hello. We're down to our final. We have Strafon versus Consis. All right, so we've
And
got this is tough.
this is pretty tough one. This is pretty tough one.
Hmm. We've got our Rottweiler versus our German Shepherd. Man,
Yeah, and like both of them have muscles, and they are also quite look like, you know, like they
generally
are
think of
built
Rottweilers
for
as
that.
having an aggression factor that German Shepherds don't have. Like, German Shepherds are more collected and intentional with it, whereas Rottweilers are kind of like batshit.
Yeah, but also like we said in the like during the last match, German Shepherd have the fair like the
Yeah,
fair
the
advancement
protection of the
of
fur is also there.
yeah, the biggest the bigger protection than the Rottweiler, because
Hmm.
they are also they are not also like not also they are just they just have short fur.
I think you're right.
uh
This is really tough. I think we can
I
definitely say it
mean,
would be a 3-2.
yeah. I mean, Rottweilers are more aggressive, but the fact they are more aggressive in the connection of the longer fur of the German Shepherd might result not the big damage they can actually give them, like
Hmm.
give the German Shepherd during the fight.
Maybe the calculated nature of the German Shepherd ends up working out in its favor because maybe Rottweiler will like overcommit and then the German Shepherd can take advantage.
That's true. Uh, Maybe German Shepherd would like be more defensive in that case of
Hmm.
in the case of waiting for the attack from Rottweiler,
Hmm.
and actually calculating the moves and what he should attack first. Maybe like
Hmm.
they are dogs, they are not doing that case, but
I think that the German Shepherd would be playing chess and the Rottweiler would be playing checkers, if you will.
facts.
So maybe the German Shepherd
Uh,
takes it at a really, really tight ending match.
yeah, which the match would be based mostly because of the Rottweiler not giving that much damage of as he would because of the fur of German Shepherd.
Hmm. Yeah. Are you okay with this scoring?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So here is our dog breeds Geoguessr World Cup bracket. Um, we have Consis, the German Shepherd, taking it overall. Congratulations, Consis, and congratulations, German Shepherds, for your valiant work on this. You are the 2025 Geoguessr World Cup Dog Breeds champions. Um, you should be really excited about this. Thank you, Xeno, for being on. Any last words you want to say to your fans, people watching at home?
Um, I hope that was fun to you and you enjoy it.
Yeah, that's really good.
I have up I have absolutely no idea what I was doing here, and any word I said was understandable, basically.
No, I'm so glad I was able to wrangle you in here. This was awesome. And I hope that because you haven't seen the first part of the video that I recorded, so I hope you think that's funny. Um, and yeah, once again, congratulations to Cons. This is a really big honor. And thank you to the Gator Nation for tuning into these videos. I really appreciate it. There will be no consistency, so subscribe if you like sometimes getting a video, maybe sometime again. Um, and I hope you have a good day.